Hey friends, Michelle here with Rising Sun Oracle. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome to another edition of Tea and Tarot with Rising Sun Oracle. I appreciate you being here. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate as well as if you would leave some comments today for our special guest. Today we are welcoming Rhonda of the Phoenix and the Lioness. Welcome, Rhonda.
Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you, Michelle.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for joining us today. Rhonda's just in the middle of a move, so we're doing this on the fly with her, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us today in the midst of all the change that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Can you share with the audience, introduce yourself, share with us who you are?
So my name is Rhonda. I go by the Phoenix and the Lioness. I am a tarot reader, and I share my channeled messages. I've been on the like spiritual divine counterpart journey for about 2.5 years, and you know, probably like a lot of you, I just started because I had a spiritual awakening, didn't even know really what was happening to me. I have always been psychic, have always been clairvoyant, but kind of hid those gifts for most of my life. And then about 2.5 years ago, I went through an awakening, thought I was having a nervous breakdown, but ultimately my gifts became much stronger, and it became clear that this was who I was meant to be. The first half of my life was one thing, but this second half is going to be something totally different. So it's exciting. Amazing. Yeah.
Now, may I ask, was there any particular reason why you hid your gifts?
So I was raised very traditionally, you know, with sort of your traditional religion, and was always sort of told that it was dangerous to use those types of gifts, and that if you had them, you shouldn't tell anyone because it's kind of dangerous. And so for a long time, I just knew stuff about people that I wasn't supposed to know, and I sort of kept it to myself. But once I started really opening up to spirit and channeling, and got my first tarot deck, and it's just life-changing and amazing. And it made me realize that for a long time, I wasn't even really myself. This feels like me.
It sort of sounds like a coming home, if you will. And
it absolutely feels like it.
Beautiful. What was your first tarot deck?
So my first tarot deck was the Akashic Tarot, and it was, so when I was looking at decks, the Akashic Tarot deck has the Akashic Library. And in the real world, my job is a librarian. And so something about that card just spoke to me. And so that was my first deck, was the Akashic Tarot. And it's still one of my favorites, but as I gathered more and more decks, the Light Seers Tarot, the imagery and the like colors, and just that deck is my absolute favorite deck. But I do return to the Akashic Tarot deck every so often because it was my first.
That's such a beautiful connection to being a librarian and the Akashic records, that library of life. Amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely serendipitous, you know, like a synchronicity in my life that I was just made to do this.
And when you got the deck, did you do a reading on yourself first, or was it on someone else?
No, I actually had a friend who was going through a lot of the same things at the same time that I was. And so I, even to this day, don't love trying to read cards for myself, but I love reading for other people. And so I would read for her. And, you know, the first couple of readings that I did for her with that deck, she was completely blown away. And I was like, are you sure that I'm doing this right? I don't know that I'm doing this right. And she's like, Rhonda, you're 100% spot on. So that sort of gave me the confidence to keep going with it. And it felt good. It felt right. But, you know, I'm human. So I questioned it, but no, it just feels right.
Beautiful. Again, coming home to self. Where can, so in addition to Instagram. I'm sorry, were you anywhere else that we could find
Yeah,
you? Your
so
information will be posted?
I did finally put together a webpage, and it's the phoenixandthelioness.com, and it's just it tells a little bit about me. You can purchase readings, and then you can read a little bit more about my story. But Instagram, I love Instagram because I love reading, and I love connecting with other souls and other divine counterparts. And I've been through really a tough last about 6 months, and this page has saved my life because it gave me the opportunity to connect with people when I felt really alone. So yeah, Instagram I'm very active on there. It's my favorite, but if you want to go to my website, it is thephoenixandthelioness.com.
It's beautiful that you've had this soul community online to be able to be here, not just to support yourself through a difficult time, but in general, the world has been under such trying circumstances as we move through the pandemic. So it's a blessing to have the opportunity to come together and share in this regard and be there for one another. It's a journey that is not something that you can really put into words to really capture what it's about. Now, can you?
No, and to be honest with you, I think the beauty of my page on Instagram is that it's allowed me to connect with other people that don't have a lot of people in their world that understand what they're going through. And so it's been an outlet not only for me, but for the other souls that I've met, to just be able to talk about this journey in an open and honest way that family and friends really can't understand. So that's really a beautiful thing about Instagram, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
Wonderful. So thinking about the collective today and what we may be going through in the moment, would you mind pulling 3 cards for the collective and giving them a message that something that they would need to hear today?
I would love to. It's really one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just going to adjust my camera so that I can flip it around, shuffle and stuff. So let me just go ahead and flip this around. And as you said, I am moving. So this is the very best setup I could come up with on short notice.
We love it.
Okay. And of course, I'm going to use my Light Seers Tarot deck because literally I find the messages are just really beautiful with this deck. And so let me shuffle a little bit and see what comes out. So I have to tell you, just like right this second, I am picking up like strong feminine vibes. I think that this has been such an interesting time for divine feminines, really coming into their power. I know myself and several divine feminines have really felt all of these energies since the full moon, and they've been wild, really wild. So I'm definitely getting divine feminine vibes right now. Let me, oh, well, see. All right, I had 2 cards flip out on me. And of course they're the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So as I was saying, divine feminine energy, that's what came out. And so that's definitely, I'm feeling, the Queen of Swords is like the queen of clarity, of truth. And I think we are starting to finally get some clarity on our journey. This is not easy. This is not an easy journey. And certainly those of us who have a divine counterpart, sometimes it can feel confusing, really confusing. But I think clarity is coming. I'm definitely getting a message from spirit that There's going to be some truth, some communication coming to my divine feminines. But also with the Queen of Wands, you have all this passion and power. And this is divine feminines really feeling bold and confident. Maybe for the first time in a while. The energies are clearing a little bit. There's, with the new moon, and then we have the lunar eclipse coming. I think there's definitely a sense that communication is coming, truth and clarity of where we go from here. There's so many energies in the air of change and of things happening. A lot of them are behind the scenes, but I think they're going to start to come into the forefront for my collective. The next card out is the Nine of Cups. Gosh, it's beautiful. I mean, you have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, and then you have this wish fulfillment card. And this is all of the manifestations are starting to come into fruition, right? This is happiness, this is joy, prosperity, and abundance. And I feel that so strongly, that everything has happened for a reason. And all of this change and all of this kind of chaotic energy that we have lived through for the last several months, it's all going to sort of change into something more positive and more clear. And truth is coming, clarity is coming, prosperity and abundance is coming, because we've been working very hard to manifest this and to sort of stay true to our journey and not lose hope and not lose faith. And Spirit is telling me, I see you, I acknowledge what you've been through, but beautiful things are coming for you. Like, it's happening. May not be happening as quickly as you'd like, but it's happening. And the last card out, you can't make this up, Michelle, is the Star card. Like, I have chills, actually, because we have these beautiful queens. We have the wish fulfillment card, and we have the Star. Now, the Star, I mean, you can probably tell from my altar, purple is my favorite color, and the Star card is my favorite card. And my message to the collective is, don't lose faith. Not now, when you're so close. This is coming. This beautiful abundance and prosperity and joy. If you aren't feeling it yet, you will. And if it hasn't happened yet for you, it's coming. Don't give up. Don't lose faith. This is you. You have all of this beautiful energy is coming to you from the universe. It's acknowledging everything that you've been through and everything you've worked for. And your wish fulfillment, it's coming. Now, I will say, Spirit is telling me, it may not look exactly the way that you imagine it in your mind. But that's because, and if it doesn't happen that way, it's because something better is coming. So, like, lose a little bit of that expectation of what it's going to look like, because what it looks like, it's going to be beautiful, even if it isn't exactly what you picture in your mind.
That's a beautiful message to share with the collective, Rhonda. Thank you so much for doing that. For the audience, beautiful cards. Love the synchronicity behind them, and the beautiful message of just staying encouraged, staying in hope, trusting that prosperity and the wish fulfillment is coming.
It is coming. It absolutely is. And again, if you don't feel it and don't see it yet, don't lose hope.
Beautiful. All right, my friends, this has been Rhonda of the Phoenix and the Lioness. Her information will be posted down below. Rhonda, I thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, it's lovely, Michelle. What a beautiful reading. It actually gave me a lot of hope too. So I'm so happy it came out that way.
Well, take it for yourself as well. Claim it because it looks like beautiful changes on the horizon for you as you jump into a new journey of life here in your move and transition.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, friends, that has been our edition of Tea and Tarot today. I hope you enjoyed. Rhonda, please leave her some comments down below. And thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next week for another episode. Take care, friends. Take care, Rhonda.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye.